This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
It's time for Overrated, Underrated with Ryder and Lisa.
Before I get into what I wanted to actually talk about, I just want to complain about something. There's an Instagram story of someone who's on a bachelorette party. They're out of town and they're at a concert and they're crying in the crowd, but I don't know who the artist is because the sound is so bad and they're all bawling their eyes out. And I'm like, who is it? It's a mystery. It's driving me insane.
Harry Styles. That's the only answer. That's the only...
Is Bieber touring right now?
Like BTS, maybe people cry to.
But like, give me a heads up. Pose in front of the big logo outside the stadium first.
Sure.
Come on. Okay, anyway. I shouldn't be on Instagram while I'm working.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm going with something that I think's underrated today. Booking a rezo when there's a big game on. Now, there are a lot of establishments that don't accept rezos when they know they're already going to be packed anyway.
Right.
But I ended up booking a rezo in advance for the Pint Downtown last night for my book club, and coincidentally, it was the Oilers-Flames game, but they were taking rezos, so it's a good place if you want to book in advance. The jealousy of people rolling through when it was already a packed house, they couldn't find seats.
And you guys had a huge table.
We had a huge table.
Right in front of the TV.
There was about 15 of us. We were right by the speaker. There was a TV on both sides of us, and so good that actually one of my book club members, she's been to literally every single meeting for like the past, I don't know how long I've been doing this for her now, like 3 years maybe.
Sure.
She's like, my husband tried to come because he knew we had good seats to the game. And she was like, you're not coming to my book club. He's like, I just want to sit at the end of the table. I won't even bug you. I just want to watch the game. She's like, no. And slams the door and leaves it.
What book were you reading? Behind the Bench or...
What?
No One Wins Alone?
No, it wasn't a hockey book.
Oh, I just figured.
No, it was a coincidence. It was funny at first because I was like, oh no, it's going to be way too loud in this bar for us to talk about the book. But at the end of the day, we talk about the book for like 4 minutes anyway, and then we move on. Plus, half the women that came were in their Oilers jersey, so they had other intentions.
Then I think the boyfriend should have been allowed. No? Okay. Play 107, it's Ryder and Lisa. You don't think you can handle... 6 more games of the Battle of Alberta if it goes 7?
Absolutely not. I was extremely unwell after the first 26 seconds of the game last night. Mm-hmm. And I got my bill and I packed up and I left because I was distraught.
Yeah, that's
in public.
That's some fair weather fan garbage, though.
No,
to not believe that the team could come back from that.
No, I knew I had to remove myself from the energy and the space. I need to watch this somewhere else. So I listened to the game on the way home.
Okay.
So I was committed, trust me. But it was a lot, and I think a lot of Albertans are dealing with high blood pressure. Yeah. And it might even remain that way because of the stress.
It doesn't help that there's so many enemies on that team. And good for them for having those guys. We would want to have them on our team.
But look, what happened with Lucic? Why is he trying to rough up McDavid? You were teammates.
Yeah, it's playoffs.
It's mean.
Yeah, I don't like seeing McDavid get hit. I think we should then have to do some damage to Gaudreau, and I'd rather watch the skilled players be skilled players than have to watch their back the entire series, but that's how playoffs go usually.
So why are the refs stopping fights from happening? Because I know that Kane went after Lucic and the refs were like, no. But that would have been an awesome fight.
It would have been possibly the best fight in NHL. Out of any players that I can think of. Because Kane's got boxing experience. He's a really good fighter. And Lucic is an absolute beast. So, yeah, that would have been a wild fight. I don't know. You don't want to see guys getting hurt in game one either. If they end up
should
fighting.
Stop trying to hurt McDavid. And also, I'm very worried about his body today because of the amount of ice time that guy got yesterday. I hope he went home and his girlfriend ran him an ice bath.
I think they're staying in Calgary probably, so he'd have to...
Because they play there again tomorrow night.
You got it.
Okay, well, somebody better be running him an ice bath.
It is pretty intense in that rink. One of my concerns is that if Calgary, God forbid, picks up the Game 2 win, that by the time it gets back to Edmonton on Sunday, our fans are, rather than jacked up...
They're pissed off.
They're, nervous.
Okay, so this is what we need to do collectively. And I hope that Oilers Nation does this as well, like talks to the people that are religious about listening to them and are like huge Oilers fans. We have to be optimistic. We have to go into that arena on Sunday and be so much louder because the crowd in Calgary was so good.
Yeah, they were wild. And look at what happened.
So scary and intimidating for our players. It really does get to them.
The first minute, it showed how effective a fan base can be.
So they chanted before the anthem. It was very intimidating, and I was so mad.
Yeah, like I actually was so stressed during the game, so tight.
Your shoulders hurt.
That my shoulders hurt, and I don't want to talk to any of my Calgary Flames fans' friends. Like, don't text me. I don't want to talk to you.
And you know they texted you within the first 26 seconds.
Oh, a bad start. Is it that normal for the Oilers? Shut the hell up. So J-Lo had a flopper online a few years ago.
Yeah.
When she tried to do something really fun online. And you know what? You're sticking your head out of the sand a little bit when you do that.
You never know, right?
Exactly.
But it's J-Lo. You gotta think some people are gonna jump on board with her
whatever
challenge.
she asks. Yeah,
absolutely. Turns out, no. Not a single person did. What was it even called?
Love Don't Cost a Thing challenge.
She tweeted out, "Can't wait to see your version of this. The hashtag Love Don't Cost a Thing challenge starts now." That was a year ago. If you check the actual hashtag, there's nothing.
Well, it's just her walking down a beach and taking off her shirt?
She's just like strutting along the beach.
Right.
And now people are starting to do it, but they're doing it as a joke. Like this one guy's strutting, but his butt crack's hanging out. And he's the first one to do it a year later. The fact that J-Lo's original video has 9 million views and nobody was interested in doing her challenge speaks volumes. Like, your challenge sucks, J-Lo.
Well, it also doesn't make a lot of sense. Like,
right. What are we getting out of this?
Love Don't Cost a Thing doesn't necessarily mean walking on a beach and removing clothes. Also, a lot of people don't have access to a beach. So I don't know what she was thinking, but it was a fail.
It was such a fail. So we wanted to ask you if you've ever organized something, been a part of something where maybe there were only 2 people attending.
Well, I remember I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first event you worked with the station. Was us trying to break the Guinness World Record for most people twerking at the same time.
It was at we met up at a casino.
Yellowhead Casino, yeah.
So we asked a bunch of our listeners to join us. We wanted to break a world record. And I was like, is this what radio's like? Because I looked around, there was 12 people.
Well, that was the problem. We actually thought it was going to be like, whoa, let's go down and twerk at a casino. And I don't know what we were thinking. But, yeah, there was...
not enough people to break a record, that's for sure.
Heck no.
Didn't like the news show up?
Yes. And the news camera did its best to try to make those 12 people look like there was at least 30 people there, but it didn't. And a good part of the news story was just me twerking, and I don't have a bum, so it was really a boring, terrible news story. But yeah, that was probably the biggest flop I can remember.
But we also had another flop. And again, working in radio, also with contests, it's a hit or miss.
Right.
Because is it worth it? Is the prize going to be worth it for people? We thought this one would be because it was for Taylor Swift tickets. And it was our first ever attempt of trying to do an Instagram contest.
Okay.
It was when Instagram first started implementing hashtags.
Was this the scrape it off?
Yeah. So we did a contest called Scrape It Off. It was in the middle of winter, and all we were asking for were videos of you scraping the ice off of your vehicle while singing Scrape It Off. It was cute.
Yeah, we had a few submissions. None were home runs. Like, none. If it would have been send us a video and you're qualified to win, sure, but it was like best one wins. And yeah, they were just okay.
And then we realized that there were actually way more submissions. We just couldn't see them because people had private accounts. Like, one girl did a full-on music video and she didn't win.
In a bikini. Yeah. In the middle of winter. She would have won.
But we didn't see it. So that was a fail, too. So, yeah, we want to hear if you've ever been a part of some sort of failed event. Or there was a viral story the other day of the kid's birthday party. None of the students showed up to it.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like, these parents they're renting out this place. It's hundreds of dollars. They probably had the cake. No kids, no gifts. It's the most heart-wrenching story ever.
This text to 780-784-7107 from Marie says, I planned a surprise birthday party, and then we blew the surprise on somebody who showed up late. And then my husband walked in a short time after as we were all arguing about what time people should have shown up. So that's a flopper.
This is why I'm a follower. I don't plan things because...
If it goes bad, you don't want to take the blame?
Exactly. It's too risky. It's embarrassing.
We're talking about times you've attempted to do something. Oh, you were so excited about the huge response it was going to get, the huge success it would be, and then nothing.
Yeah. Rebecca wrote in saying, my latest attempt in the last few weeks was trying to start the wave at the hockey game. Needless to say, I was the only one that did it multiple times. See, that's tough. That's a vulnerable thing to try and start.
Well, and here's the thing. Some serious hockey fans want nothing to do with it if it's at the wrong time in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like playing the wrong song at the wrong time for the DJ. Like, if it's a 2-2 game in overtime or like 2-2 game in the third period, no, we're not doing the wave right now. We're watching the game. We're cheering loud. If we're up 3-0, wave.
Okay. Good to know. I didn't know that.
So that might be why she was unsuccessful. She was just trying it at the wrong part of the game.
Mags wrote in saying, every single time I try to plan a birthday party for myself, it's a complete flop. My 40th 3 years ago, I invited so many people. Everyone said they would come. And then the day of, 4 people showed up. I played it off like I was just glad to be celebrating with the ones that came, but I couldn't help but feel shafted as it was a milestone.
Yeah.
That's so brutal. And
well,
I've been that person that doesn't come to parties because I can't make it, and I feel so bad.
You're really good at like still sending a gift, making the person feel special, calling them on the birthday. Like even Chad Cook, who spends Friday nights here, you need to check that out, by the way, if you haven't before. The weekend jump off is he was celebrating a birthday. You had to get to bed, but you still went and met him at the bar, bought him a shot, and then left.
I smoke bombed
So
fast.
I think that's smart.
Which, speaking of birthdays, it's my grandma's birthday today. Love you, Nanny. I just had to throw that in there.
Cute. Happy birthday.
Just the best.
Is this meaning you're not going to show up to the party, so you're just saying it on the radio to make up for it?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. 780-784-7107. Was it Mags you said?
Who's Mags?
Okay, when you turn 45, invite us. Maybe we'll come.
Yeah, we'll be there.
What do you got for us? It's another birthday story?
Oh, my poor brother. So picture it, 1995, McDonald's pizza party.
Oh, that's
you know,
lit.
You know how they be.
Yeah.
You're sitting on Hamburglar's face on the rotating stools, yeah?
They had the ball pit still. I'm pretty sure there was still probably ashtrays. I don't know. my poor brother, he was younger than I am, so it was I think it was his 6th birthday. So you know how they send out the invitations to all the classmates, so about 20 invitations went out. I don't know what happened, but literally no one showed up. He had everything there. We don't talk about it because I feel like it would bring up traumatic memories for him.
So it was a legit McDonald's pizza party and not a single kid showed up.
No, not a single kid showed up. It was so sad.
If those kids would have only known that McDonald's pizza would not be available anymore.
Yeah, they screwed up.
That 11 minutes was like waiting for life. It was so good.
I love that you remember the wait time of the pizza to be ready.
Well, I had to look it up because I was pissed off going, why can't I get a personal sized cheese pizza anymore? It's because it took too long.
Yeah, turnover.
The turnover wasn't quick enough, so...
It's funny, that's why they don't serve turnovers there anymore either.
They have apple turnovers, don't they?
I'm just kidding. She just got an update on the story.
Yep. So she said, my mom just messaged me and said, the reason nobody showed up to his 6th birthday back in 1995 is because he was in charge of inviting kids. and he didn't.
He forgot to hand out the invitations.
He forgot to tell his classmates, and apparently his wife teases him about it now, still to this day.
Okay, so that's good. That's better.
A good ending to the story because at first it was really grim.
Jordan hit us up and said that she's been trying to get an Instagram channel going where she does makeup, and it hasn't been going really well. So I highly recommend, if you're around Instagram right now, at J_Dilla, 2 L's, 2 A's, _. That's at J_Dilla, 2 L's, 2 A's, _.
Trying to follow right now.
Yeah, go follow, go give it some likes, give her some love. Let's get this going for Jordan.
We're going to go like and subscribe.
Teamwork makes the dream work. We're joined by Shane, as Don Cherry would say. Good Canadian kid there. Good Saskatchewan boy. What's up, Shane?
Not much, man. How you guys doing?
Good.
We knew you were from Saskatchewan based off of the email address you gave us. Not only was it the town you're from, but also 306 was in it. So
I like to represent.
Awesome. All right, so here's how the game works. You're going to pick a teammate. We'll send them out of the room. We will ask the other host. No, we're going to ask you, 5 words. He tells the first word that comes to mind. We'll bring your teammate back in. They'll be given the same words and do the same thing that you did. For every word that matches it, it's $25. If you hit all 5, it's $1,000, okay?
Let's go.
Who are you rolling with?
I got to go with you today, Ryder.
Yeah,
get
good
outta here.
Saskatchewan kid.
makes sense. I got really good words today, too, so I'm pretty excited about this. Okay. Just going to wait for him to leave, wait for the door to close. I know our station's on in the hallway, so he's covering his ears and making weird noises. Perfect. All right, let's do this. What's the first word that comes to your mind when I say calendar?
Calendar. Year.
Coffin. Coffin.
Funeral.
Engagement.
Marriage.
Pudding. Pudding.
Snack.
And the last word, Shane, what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say filter? Filter.
Snapchat.
Sound stuff, I know. Come in, Ryder. Okay, we're going to win some money today with Shane. How are you feeling, Shane? Like, are you feeling confident that you'll win $1,000 today?
I didn't like one or two of them, but we'll see here.
Okay, we'll see. You never know.
I'm back.
Ryder, what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say coffin?
Ooh. There's a lot of words that come to mind when you say coffin.
I know.
Death?
Starting off weak. It was funeral.
That was one of the words.
Calendar.
Month?
Year. If this is another $0 day,
It's not.
we got to add Shane to the wall of shame.
Yeah. Wall of Shane.
Wall of shame. Ryder, what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say engagement?
Marriage?
Oh, yes!
We got it?
We got it. Okay,
You
Shane.
got me some lunch.
Got him some lunch is right. I'm so pumped because I thought for sure you'd say ring.
Yeah. I was thinking ring.
I'm so glad you both said marriage. Okay, now I'm feeling good because I was worried we were going to have a $0 day here. But no, we still got 2 more words. What's the first word that comes to your mind, Ryder, when I say pudding?
Okay. I'm going to say what I thought originally after. That's not going to be my answer, though. Pudding. Chocolate?
Snack.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. But I did think both of you would say chocolate, but I understand the snack.
I originally thought Bill Cosby.
No.
That was my first thought, too.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got $25 in Shane's pocket. Let's try and make it 50. Ryder, what's the first word that comes to mind when I say filter?
Coffee?
Yeah.
Snapchat was Shane's answer,
All right.
which is a good answer.
Well,
Either that or-
lunch is covered, but we can't get the tip. Sorry.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, Jay, thanks
Okay,
for playing,
much
man.
love.
Dang.
That was a really tough round today.
That was a tough round. All of them had like numerous options that would work. Even filter, you could go with car.
I know. Selfie.
Sadness. We have Bryan Adams tickets up for grabs. Just announced that concert is coming to the city. And we have 2 contestants on the phone that are hoping to win our first pair of tickets. If you don't win these, ladies, don't be worried, as Jenna has another pair after 10 a.m., okay?
Okay.
So Audrey is contestant 1.
Okay.
And Rachel, contestant 2?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, here's how the game's going to work. It's called Back to You. We have a 1-minute timer ready to go.
Ooh, I'm nervous.
We're going to ask you pretty simple Canadian questions, as Bryan Adams, a good Canadian kid. After you get the question correct, you have to say, back to you, and we go to the next contestant, and we'll ask them a question. Get it right, say back to you. Whoever the buzzer rings on, it's kind of like hot potato, loses.
Okay.
All right?
So fun.
So I got a timer set, actually. It could be a little less or a little more than a minute. But when the buzzer goes, whoever's answering that question loses, okay?
Because I have 7 questions. Is that enough?
I've got about 6 or 7 as well.
Okay, let's do this.
I guess if we run out of questions, that would
Then what
suck.
do we do?
We'll just start making questions up. Okay, are you ready?
Ready? Yeah.
Let's get it going. Audrey, what number was Wayne Gretzky?
99. Back to you.
What leaf is on the Canadian flag?
The maple leaf. Back to you.
A double-double from Tim Hortons comes with what in it?
2 sugar, 2 cream. Back to you.
What is the capital city of Canada?
Ottawa. Back to you.
What color of Jays are Toronto's baseball team?
Blue. Back to you.
Which city is home to North America's largest mall?
Edmonton. Back to you.
Name a province that borders Alberta.
BC. Back to you.
What bird is on the loonie?
A loon. Back to you.
The Maritime provinces consist of Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and what other province?
EI. Get back to you.
Okay, this item supplies 80% of the world and it's delicious on pancakes. What is the item?
Maple syrup. Back to you.
What Canadian show's main characters were Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles?
Yes.
Audrey, I'm sorry. Good effort.
Well, what's the answer, Ryder?
Trailer Park Boys.
Audrey, did you know that?
No.
Oh.
No,
Audrey! It's okay. You have another chance to win tickets with Jenna just after 10 a.m. Best of luck.
Okay, thank you.
You did
Have a great day.
They
Yeah,
both
everybody did awesome.
That was intense, guys. My heart's racing.
Hey, Rachel, you picked up 2 tickets to go check out Bryan Adams. He'll be here in November. Congrats.
Amazing.
I think
Thank you so much.
Did I ask a question wrong here?
What was the question?
Well, I said the Maritime provinces are Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and what other province? But it says New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and PEI.
She said PEI.
Yeah, Newfoundland.
So maybe you screwed
together
up, but she
with
still got it
Canada's
right.
easternmost province. Is Newfoundland and Labrador Maritime provinces?
Okay, don't overthink it.
Sorry. Somebody will know the answer to this. Tell me why I'm wrong. Is Newfoundland considered a Maritime province? I thought it was. One of the biggest stars from the 90s is in the news, Lisa.
Yeah, so Pamela Anderson, not only is she working on a movie on herself, like a documentary, because she wants to set the record straight after Pam and Tommy has been released on Disney+. She's like, there's a lot of things in there that are not accurate about me.
Did anybody make it through that documentary?
I couldn't stand them.
Yeah. I had a rough time watching that too.
So I feel like that's why Pamela Anderson's like, okay, I'm actually not that annoying.
Right.
First of all, don't get me wrong. I think that Lily James did a really good job of looking like her for sure.
Right.
Anyway, so Pamela Anderson's in the news because she's in the middle of an 8-week run as the lead in Chicago. She's playing Roxy Hart.
Oh, wow.
She's not at home with her dogs, and she's a huge animal lover. We all know that. So she's taken up dog walking on the side when she gets home from her acting shifts. She's on the app where people can request someone to walk their dog for them.
Which is a great app.
Yes, it is. And it's a great part-time gig. Even here in Edmonton, you can be a dog walker and it's pretty awesome.
Other than, I've walked other people's dogs. I watched Jenna's dog while you guys were in LA a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And like my dog is really good for not dumping while he's on leash.
Oh, yeah. He likes to dump it at home.
Yeah, or if he's like running through the bush and then you're like, good job, buddy.
Yeah, because then you don't have to go get it when it's in the bush. That's like a rule, right?
But Jenna's dog has just different tendencies. He loves pooping when on leash.
Like in the middle of the sidewalk.
He'll save it up for the walks. And I don't know why, but it's grosser cleaning up somebody else's dog's dump than it is your own dog.
Yeah, it's not your baby.
It's kind of like other people's brands when they toot is nastier than your own brand. Have you ever heard that before? They call it that.
Isn't that a joke from Austin Powers or something?
Probably. But yeah, I just think like other dogs' brands are nastier than mine. I'm like used to his smell.
Hey, but imagine being able to be like, Pamela Anderson picked up my dog's dump.
Yeah.
That's pretty iconic.
I don't think you can look attractive cleaning up dog dump, though. It's like one of the few things out there you can't look hot doing.
I'm pretty sure Pamela Anderson could look hot.
Cleaning up dog dumps.
Absolutely. It's Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay, quick poll. Would you think it's hot
No.
if you saw Pamela Anderson picking up your dog's poop?
I would think it's hot until I realize what she's doing.
Why are you so grossed out by dog poop?
I just think it's disgusting.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's nature.
See, like, also changing babies. I never had a problem changing my kid's diaper. I've changed, like, nephews' diapers before and, like, other people's kids. Nasty.
Okay, so the first time I ever changed my nephew's diaper, because I was only used to changing my niece, and then boys came into the picture, and I didn't know you had to, like, protect your face from random peeing.
Yeah, you need the
because it shoots straight up. It's terrifying. You got to wear one of those masks.
No, you just need a PPTP.
What's that?
It's a little thing you put over the boy's junk, and it just catches the pee and pushes it back down.
What's it called?
A PPTP. Okay. Pretty sure that's what they're called.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, how did we get on this subject?
It's Pamela Anderson picking up dog dumps.
So Pamela Anderson's in the news. She's walking people's dogs as a part-time gig.
It would be a pretty wild ride to be like, oh, a woman named Pamela is going to be picking up the dog.
And then she comes to your door and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like Baywatch Pamela Anderson.
Would you be at home if somebody else is walking your dog, though? Probably not.
Okay, I do feel like that would be weird.
Super lazy.
If you're answering the door and they're like, I guess I'll do this for
Thanks,
you.
and just keep eating your chips.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.